If we lose our football clubs, I think all of society is going to pay.
History, Sunday's opening qualifying finals match will be held not in Melbourne, but thousands of kilometres away in Perth. It's the hometown of the West Coast Eagles, the #1 ranked team after just 4 seasons in the national competition. As Chris Allen reports, Perth's push to win the premiership flag has sparked bitter rivalry.
Jean Parker loves classical music and looks like everyone's 60-year-old grandmother, except for one thing. Like thousands of West Australians, this softly spoken granny is a devoted Eagles supporter.
I've become a different person, so my grandson tells me. I yell and call out and abuse people and tell the umpires they've made a wrong decision.
As president of the Eagles Social Club, Jean never misses a game, and like most people in the West, she's convinced the Eagles will make football history and win this year's grand final.
If the players have anything to do with it, and the support of Western Australian people has anything to do with it, they'll bring home that flag for sure.
There hasn't been much good news of late over here in the West. It seems for some the only bright spot has been the ongoing success of the West Coast Eagles. And here in Perth, the team members are treated like heroes. But across the country in Melbourne, it's a different story.
I think they're shit and they're going to get thrown out of the finals in their first 2 games. Yeah!
The Eagles, can't stand them.
I hate the Eagles because they're dirty.
If they won the grand final, oh, geez, it'd be hard to take.
I'd never go to another football game in my life.
Well, I don't think the Victorians hate them. They're just envious because they've had this huge success this year.
Football commentator Lou Richards says Victorians just have to accept that the Eagles have already made history by winning the right to hold the first ever finals match outside Melbourne.
Well, look, we've got to realise the days of Victorian football only are finished. It's now a national game.
When tickets for this weekend's finals match went on sale in Perth, fans queued for hours. Eagles hysteria has already gripped the city.
The biggest thing this year is the amount of supporters who just never followed football before, who are now there. I mean, the ladies and that you sort of talk to, oh, I never used to watch footy, but now, you know.
Star players of the Eagles, like Chris Waring, have become used to the adoring crowds at home, where the Eagles have only been beaten once in the last 2 seasons. But in Victoria, they get a different response from the spectators.
I suppose I tend to sort of think, well, for every one person over there in Melbourne, there's another 2 or 3 back here in Western Australia barracking for us. So I suppose psychologically, you just got to turn it around into your favour.
I hate the Eagles because they get all the free kicks and they get the advantages.
That's disgusting. It'd be disgusting. This is the home of football. They shouldn't have been playing a final over there.
Back in Melbourne, the fans are crying foul, saying the Eagles are winning by default.
Too many people to pick from Western Australia. We're fielding 11 teams, they're fielding 1. Bring another team in, then we'll see how good they are.
They've recruited very well. That's the most important thing. And so they should, because they've got all of West Australia to pick from.
Victorians might be very one-eyed and they think they own football, but Western Australia has proved that it produces the best, and I mean the best.
The Eagles may be the flavour of the month in Perth, but what happens if they lose?
We'll love them just the same and we'll be back there. Like what happened?
This guy came up and T-bowed me into the wall and he bounced back off the wall. Another guy came in and hit him and he ended up dying in that incident. Yeah, so it was pretty scary.